welcome to a Rap Party podcast reimagined with Maney and Loren and Big Al.
Yo.
So we used to do a daily Rap Party podcast where we would talk about things that were going on the show each day, and we realized that we weren't giving long enough content.
Right.
And people were kind of complaining, and you're only doing 6 or 7 minutes. So we've decided what we're going to do with the Rap Party is just do a weekly podcast which goes to our daily podcast, wherever you listen to it. And it also will be a video uploaded to our YouTube page.
Yes.
Now, on the podcast, I can do things like this.
Cute.
Okay.
It's adorable.
That was the McDonald's we had this morning. Sorry, y'all.
Keep that over on that side.
One
That's
of the things,
the best of it. You should hear the rest.
one of the things that we'll get to here in a little while is Big Al's big date.
Yeah.
Al Date You took place in the studio today. We'll get to that. But because I burped, Loren burps in the studio, too, every once in a while. Now, she burps off the air and away from microphones, but I laugh every time she burps. And that got me thinking, we didn't get to it, but it was on our show sheet for today. And I wanted to ask Allison, who is in with you, like, what's the simple thing that always makes you laugh? Like, for me, if I hear anybody burp, I giggle. I laugh. I don't know why. Farts, not so much, but a burp makes me laugh no matter who's doing it.
What makes me laugh? Like, just giggle like that.
For me, it's not a action or anything like that. It's a person. It's the lady who pretended to be a black woman for years and was a white lady under everything, and even went up to, I think she was like the president of the NAACP.
I remember
at
that
some point.
story.
I think
She
you're
was
right.
from like
Yeah.
Portland or
And
something.
oh my goodness, I watched that documentary one time and I hollered the entire way through. And now, like, I recently tried to watch it. I couldn't even get past like the first 3 minutes because my stomach was hurting, just weak.
That's funny. That's almost as fun. And the weird thing is that's real life. But the other
Yeah.
thing that is really, really funny is Dave Chappelle, where he's a blind guy, but he's a white supremacist and he's black.
saw that one.
But he doesn't know that he's black.
And you sitting here talking, and it's like, hey, pot, meat kettle. Like, I don't
And, like,
I have
there's a
never
bunch.
seen that.
Oh my
Really?
God. He's
No.
called the
That's
black.
crazy.
The black white supremacist. And he's blind. And they're like, everybody loves him. But he doesn't know that he's black because he's blind.
And it's so when you see
concept
it, it's
is
gonna be
so-
like,
Yeah,
now David. Okay.
The concept is hilarious, though. It really is funny. Loren, simple thing that makes you laugh.
I think I would say
The kids?
sounds on like Instagram or TikTok, like when people do voiceovers to things, or people getting hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It always makes me
yeah,
giggle.
like-
I know that's awful, but
It's sad to say, but I remember, and I told the story on the air, my like one moment that my brothers and I had together where we were all dying laughing. It was a weird moment where we all were living as adults at home. Like, I was still in high school. Rich had just left graduated Kansas, but my other brother had transferred out of Kansas and was living locally, and we were all living, or maybe Rich was living, anyway, we were all living near each other. So we were all together and we were playing basketball at the Y. And when we came out, there was an ice patch and I slipped and I was like, yo, be careful, there's an ice patch. But it was black ice and you couldn't see it.
yeah.
So we sat in the car and watched one fool after another come out and slip on the
Bust.
black ice.
Yeah.
They didn't all bust ass, but they were like, they had to like get their grip. And the three of us were in the car dying laughing
yeah.
at it.
I think like those moments always make me giggle.
Yeah, like you know it's coming. It's like a mousetrap.
Watch this, watch this, watch
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
When I was a kid and it was snow, I used to live on the hill. So me and my friends we had a nice little like cubby arched out into like the side of the road. We would go sit there and then watch the cars just try to struggle to get up the hill. All day.
Yes,
That
yes.
was a good time.
Remember,
for us.
there's that video of the cars in Atlanta going down the hill and they can't
Yeah.
stop. So then what happens is people are lining up on the side of the street taking video and feeling like we
Yeah.
feel. They're like, oh, watch this, watch this, watch this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and they're crashing into each other.
It turned into a game.
It does. It does. That's funny. And then the last thing I'll say about it, too, the comedy that I like is like timing comedy. And we had that moment in the studio, Loren, where somebody, I think it was Captain Jim who does our traffic, came in. He's like, hey, the bathroom in the back is broken, so you can't use it. And then 2 minutes later, not even,
Yeah.
like maybe less than 2 minutes later, Brad walked in, our engineer, he goes, same exact thing. Hey, the bathroom in the back is broken, so don't use it. And it was something like
Yeah.
that. Remember, we were dying laughing. We're like, we just heard the same
It
thing.
was just one thing after another. I think the comedy that makes me laugh too is dark comedy.
Oh, that right there be eating me up.
I
It
mean,
is.
Like,
okay, and it's just like stupid stuff, but we every single year for Christmas we get these ornaments of people in the family, and it'll say like, there's like 5 little snowmen on there, and like one snowman's hat says like Loren, Dallas, Sylvia, Jackson, Cashton. Well, this goes back to like when I was a kid, we used to do this. And we have one of me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. And when we got our big Christmas tree, we went to go put all the ornaments on the tree, and that one specifically fell off the tree. Nobody was around it, but it fell off the tree, and my dad's head fell off. And, my mom's helping me, and I go, "It's fine. He's dead anyway."
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that.
Things that are not supposed to make me laugh, I holler at. Unfortunately.
Right. Yeah. My cousin who passed away from a heart attack at 60 was real competitive with my dad. They would play tennis together. They would play ping pong together. They would play pool together. And at the funeral, when they wanted me to talk, so I spoke, and I was like, well, Sonny beat my dad at one more thing. He beat him to heaven.
Yeah.
And, his wife, my cousin, Kristen, laughed, and, people got a chuckle out of it because it's like, sometimes in that moment.
That's good. You know what I'm saying? In a moment like that.
I will go down a giggle fit for dark humor. Like, because I know I'm not supposed to be laughing at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just can't pull yourself out.
Right. Yeah. Well, the other thing we did in the studio today, as we're recording this and doing video for this, it's Valentine's Day, and we did a segment called I'll Date You. We had a nice table set up in the back behind Loren. There's pictures, there's video up. You could go find it on our YouTube channel, The Maney and Loren Show. Like and subscribe. And Al, you sat down with someone named Allison from Harrisburg, and I got to be honest, a lot of times when you do radio bits like this, you're not sure how it's going to go. They're just going through the motions, but it seemed like you guys legit had a good time this morning.
We was chilling, had a good time. I knew going into it, I was like, I don't want it to be boring because, like, we going to be here for hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to kind of plan this out. I don't want to just go into it like
and have to
looking
feel like
crazy.
you're entertaining somebody the whole time.
So I was like, all right, let's get some activities or something like that. So I went to the store and got like the little bird feeder. Some
Smart.
cool
You put together a bird feeder.
just
She enjoyed that.
Try to do some cool little stuff. So.
Did you guys finish the bird feeders?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You guys should paint the bird feeders, though.
That's extra work. I don't
I
know.
know.
That'll be good. Like if you guys
A
Like
good
a part
second.
two?
Yeah.
part two
A part two
to
where
the
we
I'll date
paint?
you.
Okay.
Is there a potential for a part 2?
There is a potential.
Nice. Nice.
Fell for that one.
I mean,
I
Allison
never
was super
thought
cool.
in a million years that would like lead to anything. I just thought it would be like fun fodder for the radio and like maybe awkward, but I'm glad y'all kind of hit it off.
We gotta see. It's still
you
early.
never know where it's going to go, but at
Right.
least the opportunity there is to go out again, which would be nice. And
Love that.
But Allison's vibes were so cool. Like sometimes you get people in here that are, a little, and she's listened to the show for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you get people that come in here that are a little more like they come in here for the I'll Date You, but they're really not here for the I'll Date You. They're just here to hang,
Yeah.
like just to see the radio station and see the Maney and Loren show. But I looked over a bunch of times when we were like off the air or doing the free for all.
And they were chatting.
We was vibing, having a good time. We was like, I think we had a lot of like insider.
Now she's a little older.
I like older.
Okay.
Let me go
How old
ahead
are
and
you?
put that out
How
there.
old are you?
25.
24?
I'm 25.
25. She's only 4 years older than he is.
But 25 and 29 is,
Yeah.
I was never a fan of the girls in my grade.
Me neither. I always dated older. And I dated my age like maybe once or twice, and I felt like I was babysitting the whole time.
Did you walk her down to the car?
To the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you give her a hug?
We did give each other a hug.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Look at you trying to get the tea on the back end.
Oh, you know Manny will get that tea.
Oh, by the way, did she park in a good spot where she didn't get ticketed or anything?
Yeah, she was
good.
right there in the front.
She was straight. Okay, good. That's the other important thing here at the radio station. Parking is tight.
Parking is
It's
crazy.
People love the whole idea of the I'll Date You with the table set up and the flowers. And thanks to McDonald's for sponsoring breakfast this morning. But, the Madhouse came over from Power 98, our sister station. Amanda Knepp, who works in our sales department, she texted us, oh my God, that's hilarious. Cameron loved it.
Yep.
They all wanted to come in and know if there was going to be more to the I'll Date You.
We got to see.
Yeah.
We just got to stay tuned to see.
But I mean,
If
the
it makes
answer
sense,
that you're open and you would be willing to talk
Absolutely.
to her again is big
Yeah.
enough.
Now, if it was a complete flop, then that would be like, y'all,
Yeah.
I don't know about this,
Yeah.
but everything was cool.
Well, Roy joined the show in 2014 when Loren came on, and then Roy left to go work in Cincinnati because his fiance got a job, and we had him date somebody in the studio.
Yeah. But at that point,
Roy wasn't out of the closet
yeah, we
yet.
didn't know he was gay, and he was dating a woman in studio, so he wasn't into it.
He
She
wasn't
was
feeling
really into it,
Oh.
and
We never heard from her again.
no, we heard from her a lot, and then finally he told her, "Hey,
He
I'm
was like,
gay."
look, girl.
That's a
You're
funny
not
story.
catching the hint.
Yeah.
That's a funny story about Roy. Then Roy came in one Monday and said the Epicenter, which used to be the party spot
I
in
was about to say,
Uptown
he used to be
Charlotte.
turned up down there at the
Yeah.
epicenter.
Roy came
Well,
in
listen
one
to
morning
this.
when he was single before he got married, and he was like, I don't know what happened. I went home with a couple on Saturday night. And we're like, what? He's like, yeah, I was drunk and randomly walking through
And-
the Epicenter, and the couple picked me up.
They took me home, and I woke up in their house, and I don't know how I got there.
And did he not have clothes on or something? Or
I don't know.
His
but
shirt was off
he
or
wasn't
something?
sure if he had hooked up with him or not.
But she called in.
I don't
She
remember
did.
her
She
calling
called
in.
in and confirmed that he passed
He was
out on the
just drunk.
couch.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Oh, that could have went left.
Yeah.
That sounds like the beginning
Yeah.
of like doom 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 doom.
How far does she live from you, Allison?
How far do we stay apart? That might be about a good
Where's she?
50
Where's
minutes.
she
Oh,
at?
that's
50.
50.
from
'Cause
Gastonia.
I stay 30 minutes that way. That's about
And she's,
what,
like,
30
north.
minutes the other
That's
way.
going to be
Yeah.
an issue,
Yeah.
y'all. That's you know what that's going to be if this ever gets serious. You would have to just go there and post up till
Just
Sunday.
post
Yeah,
up.
what's closer to the studio? Maybe you guys
'Cause
should meet
it-
up for like lunch dates or something.
Well, yeah, of course, but she said it took her about an hour to get here.
Oh, really? God, that's far. But that's
Oh.
during traffic, too.
Oh, wait,
that's
that's
the
in
wrong
Pennsylvania.
Harrisburg.
All right. All right. Let's see this one.
Oh, is that where the track is? The racetrack? Harrisburg? I didn't know that.
Is it? No, that's Concord.
Yeah, but look.
But I think
it's
they're, like,
pretty
right there
close
in the
to Charlotte
same-
Motor
Oh, really?
Speedway, Yeah.
Okay. See, for some reason, I thought Harrisburg was a little further west.
How about this? I thought it was more northeast. Northeast.
And then Gastonia is here. So you basically, your middle
Charlotte
is Charlotte.
the middle, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Man, I feel bad for the people that live in Albemarle. Y'all
It's
are way
far,
out
man.
there. And then we get calls. Look at this. Like, we get calls from a lot. Lancaster,
Yeah.
Gaffney.
I used to go to Gaffney a lot as a child.
Look.
Annapolis.
Spartanburg. We get a lot of Spartanburg calls.
Yeah.
Where'd that one girl live? Kim.
Kim. I don't remember where
She
Kim.
was in like Finger or some shit like that.
Oh,
Cowlick.
Cowpens.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Cowlick.
Little something
Cowpens is
similar.
between Gaffney and Spartanburg.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, thank you for listening. So the Rap Party Reimagine will be every Friday. We'll drop a new episode.
Yes.
And it'll be a weekly wrap up. And we did a lot this week, but the main thing that we did this week was the I'll Date You.
Yeah.
So that's why today was a big deal.
You're
You're a
we
good
had
sport,
fun.
bud.
I try to be. Life is short. I got to leave this thing one day, and I hope I go out with, you know what I'm saying, good memories and good vibes. So.
God, I love that attitude.
Yep. She asked if you were going to let her see your hair.
The answer would have been no.
Not today.
Y'all. So look,
But you will. Just
Yeah,
not
eventually.
today.
It's
I
not
haven't
today.
seen your hair in probably
What you waiting
months.
on?
Is it that right?
I have a haircut tonight, and it was just
Ah,
already
okay.
scheduled.
But I'm not going to see you
before.
next week. You're off until Thursday or
Oh,
something.
Well, you know who will see me? The streets of New Orleans, and that's what matters.
Oh, yeah, Big
you
Al's
see
going
me
to New
every day.
Orleans.
I said-
He was
That's
trying
right.
to hold on to the last minute.
Come back with stories, bro.
oh, you know I will.
All right. That's a Rap Party podcast, everybody. On video, on our YouTube channel, The Maney and the Red Morning Show, and on our podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, just search The Rap Party with a W. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Hey, it's Loren from the Maney and Loren Morning Show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you've subscribed to our channel and like this video. But if you want to see more content, we've got stunts and more funny show moments.